Welcome to Los Angeles Memorial Stadium. A Week 1 showdown with both teams hoping to start their season off on a high note. It's the Washington Huskies and the USC Trojans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, glad to have you with us. Holly Rowe down on the sideline with the latest on an injury.
Catching up with the Trojans head coach before the game, one of the things that coach is worried about today is that they will be without their starting quarterback. Got hurt in their game last week, and so today their backup is going to get his first action of the season. Coach told me they want to make things easy for him early. They've talked to the other teammates. Everybody do your job. Make sure he can get comfortable with everyone around him so he can make some plays for us down the stretch. Guys?
Holly, we'll see how they react. The Trojans kicker headed to the football. The crowd eager, and off we go. The start of a new season. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive. And 25. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. Left side is Hawkins. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. There he goes. Touchdown, Southern Cal. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make them punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Coming out with it, it's Washington. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Overton. Got his man. Still running at the 40. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. Suddenly, after that last big play, they're on the move. 1st and 10 from the 44. They give it to him first time this season for the transfer. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, You ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Straight ahead, it's Hawkins. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Williams can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
A strike downfield. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coach is talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
First down and 5 after the penalty. Takes the handoff. It's Hawkins. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keep it on the ground. Taken down. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Caught on the RPO. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Coleman Williams. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Here comes the offense on second down. Right back to it. Knocked down immediately.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
So they're facing third and short from the 25. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it to the right side. Just smothered on the play.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Snags it. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
He's got him in the flat. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The Trojans are rolling down the field. Out wide left, it's Anderson. Snags it, and he's open. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another 1st down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Got it. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Swamped immediately.
Man, that hurts because 2nd down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's 3rd down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
Oh, pressure's coming. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
Oh, those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off of the scoreboard.
From deep, it's Washington. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Williams. Look out. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They'll move the wide receiver. Williams will pass. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Washington sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Hauls it in at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll go to the counter. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots, so they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. The Trojans use their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They'll need a bunch on second down. The give to the back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Hits the hole. It's Hawkins. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And finally, we see a little bit of that which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to throw one first. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Washington. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And nice vision by the linebacker, understanding and diagnosing pass right away. Getting his eyes on the quarterback, breaking on the football, making the huge interception, and then taking it back to the high school days, man. In his glory days at the running back spot, running all the way to the house and scoring the touchdown.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Drops back on first down. Here comes the heat, and he avoids the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's going to run it. Quarterback got it himself. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time. Getting hit as he's trying to throw the football, you've got to protect your quarterback.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's Williams to throw. He's going to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Williams looking for a man. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the third time today. He's knocked down the one play to come up with the interception. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Ready, go. Fresh set of downs going up top. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with Boise State going up against Appalachian State. And it's the Broncos looking to get the job done on the road. Right now it's early, but they lead this season opener. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
I just love this instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
2nd and long here. Rid of it on the RPO. Pull down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Fresh center downs going to the air. Left side, it's Mosley. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past and certainly in more recent times, it always feels like there's got to be at least one receiver in this offense in the discussion for best in the country. This guy, I think, can be that.
And the Trojans, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
They're all over it. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
Working that left side now. He has stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. Needs it here on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Second down, gonna throw it. They'll run the screen. Runs through the tackle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
The Trojans go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to move them on the counter. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Still on his feet. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Williams. And this wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Splits the uprights, it's good. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Out wide right, it's Anderson. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. 1 more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet... face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the 3rd sack of the game for this unit.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Going for it all. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception. And now this offense has a chance late. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Caught, and he's got room. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Play action with Williams. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Down, Williams. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that fourth down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the fourth quarter to get me the football back.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to them this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got him on the RPO. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. RPO complete. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And I love the aggressiveness by the defense. 3rd down and short, I'm going to play with my DBs up, play aggressive, try to take away those RPOs, those quick throws, those easy routes. Did a really good job and made the tackle, forcing the 4th down.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Throwing, Williams. Fires to the tight end. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And it was the defense that got this started, right? They were the ones who got the stop, forced the punt, gave it back to the offense, who now just picked up a nice completion. You win as a team, but give the defense credit for getting this thing going.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Offense at an empty set. Williams will pass. Out wide left, it's James. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Williams. Stepping to the right. He's going to take off. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a 1st down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
And he does every single thing right on that play. Late in the game, you're trailing. You need to get this 1st down, but you got to try to save as much clock as possible. He's able to get out of bounds and do precisely that. Could not have asked for a better outcome on that play.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hawkins. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And man, this is a big third down coming up. What is this offense going to lean on? They've tried the run, they've tried the pass, hasn't been great. They've got to put something together here trailing the fourth quarter.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Third down from the gun, Williams. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up fourth down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Down late in a 4-point game, they'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down. He'll take it himself. He is denied. Stopped just short of the goal line. Pushed his way to the one and could go no further. And they'll turn it over on downs.
And, man, what a big fourth down stop for this squad. You needed it, man. To pull the upset, you had to do something special. You gave up some yards, but they came up big, in a big spot. You want to make an upset? You want to make something happen? You got to make plays like that, and they come through in a clutch moment.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. And he's brought down after a short gain. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Second down, and the defense has no choice but to sell out to stop the run. Takes the handoff. It's Alston. And it's going to be a safety, and that is quite a way to finish this game off.
Well, he was trying his best to get out of the end zone, but the penetration up front is what got that safety for the defense. Shooting their gaps, winning the one-on-ones. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Williams. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Williams looking for a man. He'll pull it down and run. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passes. Is that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. They're going to reach for the miracle, a long field goal attempt to win the game or give up a kick 6. It'll be short. That one would have taken some tremendous leg strength.